وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وآتوا النساء صدقاتهن نحلة فإن طبن لكم عن شيء منه نفسا فكلوه هنيئا مريئا ولا تؤتوا السفهاء أموالكم التي جعل الله لكم قياما وارزقوهم فيها واكسوهم وقولوا لهم قولا معروفا وابتلوا اليتامى حتى إذا بلغوا النكاح فإن آنستم منهم رشدا فادفعوا إليهم أموالهم ولا تأكلوها إسرافا وبدارا أن يكبروا ومن كان غنيا فليستعفف ومن كان فقيرا فليأكل بالمعروف فإذا دفعتم إليهم أموالهم فأشهدوا عليهم وكفى بالله حسيبا صدق الله العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين وآتوا النساء صدقاتهن نحلة. Surah Al-Nisa, and we did 3 ayat. Today inshallah we're going to start from ayat number 4. There's very important ahkamat pertaining to Nisa, for women. This ayat talks about give women their Mahr, or Mahr we say in language, dower, the money that is paid by husband as decided mutually between the two parties, particularly in acceptance with the wali of the girl, the woman. And if the woman has previously been married and has been divorced, then that woman decides for her own self. Otherwise, if it's a virgin, it's a girl that's marrying for the first time, the wali, which is foremost the father. If the father is not there, then the brother. Otherwise, there's there's a whole hierarchy. These people mutually decide with the groom the money that is going to be paid, and that money is a right of the woman itself, not the wali. It is, although it is decided in acceptance with the wali, the wisdom behind it is that a lot of times women do not have an idea of what's going on in the world, especially pure women, those women who have stayed at their home. Their wali has an idea of what's going on in the world. So that wali is made a deciding party, has an influence in deciding for the girl what that mahr is going to be. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, وَآتُوا النِّسَاءِ صَدُقَاتِهِنَّ نِحْلَةً, give them their dower in good cheer, nihla, happily, with pleasure. Do not have constraint in your heart when you are paying this dower money. فَإِن طِبْنَ لَكُمْ عَنْ شَيْءٍ, then if they forego some of it, شَيْءٍ مِّنْهُ نَفْسًا فَكُلُوهُ هَنِيئًا مَرِيئًا, if they forego some of it of their own will, then you may have it as something pleasant and joyful for you. So what was happening at that time, and what happens a lot of times even in religious families today, is that mahr is decided before marriage. A lot of times the husband has no intention of paying the mahr. If a husband does not intend to pay the mahr right from the beginning, that marriage is very questionable. Even that nikah is questionable, the ulama say. The other thing that is also prevalent is that mahr has been associated with talaq. That when talaq is going to happen, at that time mahr is going to be paid. For example, there is a culture where the amount of mahr is extreme, because the thinking is that keep mahr so high that the husband can never pay it. Or when he's thinking na'uzubillah of giving talaq or divorcing the lady, he has to think a million times that I'll have to pay such and such amount of hefty amount before I can give talaq. This is one thing going on. All of these things are wrong. All of these things are against the Sharia. Mahr is something that is a right of the lady, and that should be given willfully and happily by the husband. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying this. In those days as well, what happened? One thing, we've been in context of yatama, What was happening that first off, what they will do, the previous I talked about that they are the wali and they are the one marrying the girl off and they are the one marrying the girl. So what they will do, they will decide a very low meher or not decide any meher at all. The other wrong thing that they will do is that since that girl has nobody to take them to account about meher, they will not give the meher. They will not give the meher. Just eat it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that all of those things are wrong. Give them their right and give it to the Nisa. Give it to the women, not their wali or their guarantor or their parents. It is a right of the woman itself. Give it to that woman and give it happily. فَإِن طِبْنَ لَكُمْ, if she herself forgives it out of her own will, not because of your will, not because of any pressure that you are exerting upon her, not because you are threatening her with something else. If a girl, a woman after marriage, forgoes her meher under pressure from the husband or under the unspoken pressure of displeasure of husband. You understand what I'm saying? That she knows that if I don't forgo my meher, my husband, although he will pay the meher, but he'll be very unhappy with me. If under those circumstances she forgoes her meher, it is haram for the husband to use that money of her meher. It is something that belongs to the woman and she deserves, it is her right and has to be paid willfully. Hakim al-Mahr has said that in his opinion, the validity of meher being forgiven is when you've actually paid it and she out of her own will returns it to you. Then you can think that yes, she is returning it to me with her own will, free will, without pressure from me. You should, to be safe on the safe side, man should give the meher, pay the meher. Then if she returns it on her own will, then you can think of her will telling her to give it back. If she, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, فَإِن طِبْنَ لَكُمْ عَنْ شَيْءٍ مِّنْهُ نَفْسًا فَكُلُوهُ هَنِيئًا مَرِيئًا, if she gives all of it or part of it with her own free will, then you can eat it and you can eat it pleasingly, pleasantly and joyfully. وَلَا تُؤْتُوا السُّفَهَاءَ, कितना है? 7:30 7:30 हाँ, so 10:30 मिनट हो गए,
7:30 मिनट.
we'll do one more ayah. وَلَا تُؤْتُوا السُّفَهَاءَ أَمْوَالَكُمْ التي جعل الله لكم قياما وارزقوهم فيها واكسوهم وقولوا لهم قولا معروفا. The second is coming. Ayah is talking about yatama. That some yatim, some orphan is under your care and you are taking care of them. They have some assets. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that do not give their assets to them as long as they are stupid, sufaha. They are feeble-minded. They cannot use their property in the best possible manner. For example, there's there's detail to it. One is that they are not adults or baligh yet, right? One condition is that they're not baligh yet. The other condition is that they have become baligh but they are feeble-minded. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that do not give them their money, because what they will do, they will waste their money. In their goodwill, with full honesty, keep giving them to eat, warzuquhum fiha waksuhum, giving them clothing. So keep on taking care of their needs. وَقُولُوا لَهُمْ قَوْلًا مَعْرُوفًا, and say to them a qawlun ma'ruf, a good word, a fair word. What does that mean? That assure them that their money is safe and will be given to them when they have come of age, when they have become sensible. And the next ayah explains that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has recommended that we should, if somebody is taking care of the yatama, they should keep testing them in little matters. For example, send them out to buy something and see how they do. Are they sensible enough to handle money? Or those kind of little things. Keep on testing them, and when you have found out that they are able to handle their money, then give their money to them. Otherwise, keep it with them, keep it with yourself, and keep fulfilling their needs from that money. There's another point in this ayah. الَّذِي جَعَلَ اللَّهُ لَكُمْ قِيَامًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is referred to amwal, wealth or assets. الَّتِي جَعَلَ اللَّهُ لَكُمْ قِيَامًا. Allah has made it a means of support for you. How mal or asset or wealth is a means of support for us, and what is the station of assets and wealth, and how should wealth be protected, and what are the boundaries of becoming stingy and miserly versus spending carefully and wise, uh, with wisdom. Inshallah, we'll talk about those things tomorrow. So we'll do inshallah ayat number 5 and 6 again tomorrow inshallah. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين رب اغفر وارحم وأنت خير الراحمين صلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين آمين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.